Hello, Roy. Told you that I will be back soon. How are you today?
Uncle Sharon, I see that you really love me. You are the best uncle in the world.
You know, Roy, I have a nice story for you. A story on Africa. They call it The Story of the Lion and the Hare. Do you want to hear it now?
Story from Africa? Wow. Sure, I want. I want to hear it now. Please, please, Uncle Sharon.
Okay then. Guess you've been a good boy today. Let's start. The Story of the Lion and the Hare. Tao was a lion in the Okavango Delta. He prided himself on being the king of beasts. "I am the king," he said. "No one hunts better than I. No one has more meat in the stew pot than I do. I am the best." When dinner time came, he paraded around his stew pot, inspecting the meat. "There's a nice, fat, juicy piece for me," he thought. "And there's another. And another. It's good to be king." All of the other animals gathered around and waited to be served. After all, they had helped in the hunt, and they were all neighbors. But when their time came to eat, Tao gave them only the tiniest pieces that had no fat. He didn't really want to share. He didn't really like to share. He handed out the worst pieces, and only begrudgingly, to his animal neighbors of the Delta. This upset the animals, particularly a hare named Mutla. "There must be a way to have a better dinner than this," Mutla said in dismay. Night after night, it had always been the same. Tao got the best. They got hardly anything at all, mostly gristle. Mutla thought a while. Then he gathered all of the animals, except Tao, and made a plan. They whispered well into the next day. "Tao," Mutla said, "come here and let us groom you. You've had a hard day being king. We'll pick the lice from your tail so you will sleep well tomorrow." They lowered him to a tree near the stew pot. Tap, 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 came the sounds. "Hey, Mutla, you were hurting me," Tao said gruffly. Tao was bothered but gazing so proudly at his stew that he never even turned around to look at the animals. Mutla said, "Sorry, brother. These lice are huge, and there are many. We will keep working." Tao grumbled and roared but allowed them to continue. After some time Mutla and the other animals were finished. They rubbed their paws and claws with satisfaction. Mutla led a parade to the stew pot, right in front of Tao's nose but far enough away for safety. Mutla reached into the pot and grabbed the thickest, fattest piece of meat and dangled it before Tao. "Hey! What are you doing?" Tao roared. "I am going to eat this one, brother," Mutla said with a smile. And he did. Tao lunged in fury. But he didn't get far. In a brilliant stroke of teamwork, the animals had nailed Tao's tail to a tree. Too bad for Tao, but he had it coming. All of the animals ate well that night, except Tao. He gnawed on the tiniest piece of meat, the one without any fat. And so Tao went to sleep hungry and feeling less than kingly. The animals went to sleep fat and happy. "Robali Central," they whispered. From the Delta their wishes abounded.
Wow, Uncle Sharon. What a nice story. Will you tell me another story next time we meet?
Sure, sweet Roy. I shall always tell you nice stories from Africa. But you must promise me that you will always be a nice boy. See, the secret is always to be a good and nice boy. You must always listen to Mamie and Daddy and even to your baby brother Tulloch. Can you promise me that?
Yes, Uncle Sharon. I promise to be a good boy. And you can always ask Imagila, Abatomer, or even baby Tulloch if I behaved well. But hey, no monkey business. A deal is a deal.
Okay, sweet Roy. A deal is a deal. And by the way, next time I'm traveling to Africa, I'm taking both you and Jonathan with me. Now go to bed and sleep well.